Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we're continuing our video on the horizontal asymptotes that we have started, so you can check out the playlist if you haven't. So alright, so let's get started with this video. So here we are basically talking about the horizontal asymptote. So if you are basically given a graph like this, and for example if you go ahead and approach it from the infinity, if you approach the value from a particular value and the answer that you get to that limit is infinity. If you get the answer as infinity, that means it's a vertical asymptote. However, if you approach it from infinity, that's where the horizontal asymptote occurs. Okay, so if you just want to look at it in terms of graph, if you have this graph over here, you see this is an example of horizontal asymptote and this is an example of vertical asymptote. Okay, so we'll solve some problems over here, so it's gonna make more sense for you guys. So let's say we have this problem over here, so I'm just gonna quickly write the problem. So okay, so we have this problem over here, and like I told you guys in the previous video that every time we have some sort of rational function, and now we are trying to figure out if there's an horizontal asymptote or not. And to figure out this, we basically have to solve the limit of this, right, as x approaches infinity. So in that case we simply have to divide it by the degree of the denominator. Okay, so the degree of the denominator that you see over here is x to the power of 1, or simply x, right? So now we're gonna go ahead and divide this function both sides by x to the power of, if you want I can change colors so it's gonna look pretty. Okay, so x to the power of 1, yeah, or simply x. We're gonna divide this whole equation top and bottom. This is important. You're not only dividing the bottom, you have to divide both numerator and denominator. Okay, now if we go ahead and divide this, so you simply have to write like limit as x approaches infinity, and now you can basically go ahead and do some factorization. Okay, once you have written it in this form. Okay, so now this is x to the power of 3 and this is x, so 3 minus 1, that's 2. So we're left with x to the power of 2 at the top. Okay, and then here this x and x is gonna cancel out, so we're only left with 2, and this is 1 over x, and then we have this x and x gonna cancel out, and we're left with 4x over here. Okay, now once we have this, now we can plug in our limit. So limit as x approaches infinity. Now we're finally going to plug our limit in. So then we get what? We get here infinity squared minus 2 plus 1 over infinity over 2 plus 1 over infinity. And 1 over infinity, as you guys probably know it from the table that I've shown you in the previous video. If you want, I can show you in this video as well. So this table from my previous video, it shows that if you have like 1 over infinity, that is going to be a 0, right? And if you have like constant over infinity, that is going to be a 0 as well. So yeah, so if you know this table, you're good to go. So coming back to our initial problem, so here we have 0, here we have 0 again, and infinity squared, that's just infinity. Okay, infinity minus 2, and then we have 2 at the bottom, and infinity minus 2, that's just gonna be infinity. And if we go ahead and divide infinity by a number, that's still gonna remain infinity, right? So our final answer is infinity. And since we got an infinity as a final answer, and remember, if we get infinity as a final answer, that means that's a vertical asymptote and not a horizontal asymptote. So that means there is no horizontal asymptote over here. There's only a vertical asymptote. Okay, so now let's do some other problems over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to solve this question over here. And here we have two questions. Here the first one is to find the vertical asymptote, and the second one is to find the horizontal asymptote of this given function. Okay, so to find the vertical asymptote, it's pretty simple. You just go ahead and take the denominator and you make it equals to 0. So if you make it equals to 0, the 5 goes over there, you have a division by 3, and the answer is basically 5 over 3. Okay, so that is basically your x value for which there exists a vertical asymptote. Now to figure out the horizontal asymptote, what do? We simply going to find the limit as x approaches infinity. Okay, for this function, 2x squared plus 1 over 3x negative 5. Okay, so here what do we do over here? First of all, so you guys see over here, here there's a problem with the square root, because you have a square root and then you're squaring it. So it's not like the other problems that we did. The other problem, there was no square root here. Okay, but because there's a square root here, so So here you'll solve it a bit differently. Okay, so what you basically have to do is, like, you see it's x squared and then you have a square root. So, and square root can also be written as like to the power of half, right? So you have x squared to the power of half, and when you have to the power of something, you have to multiply this, right? You have, like, for example, x to the power of 2, and you have 2, so you multiply these, right? So just like that, we are going to multiply these two, and if you multiply them, so it becomes 2 over 2, and 2 over 2, it's going to be x to the power of 1, which is simply x, right? So we get only x. So that means we have to divide this by x, okay? Divide the x only by the denominator, but for the top, you're going to divide it by square root of x to the squared. Okay, so this is how you're going to do it, and here you can basically go ahead and write a simple like notation, like you're going to your x is basically going to be x squared if you have your function as x greater than equal to 0, and it's going to be negative x if you have your function as x squared, and if it's less than, if x is less than 0. Okay, so that is basically pretty much you have to do. So you see, you're going to take this, the square root that you have, the square root degree that you have, x squared, and then whatever square that you had, so it has a square root of 2, right? So that is equivalent to a half, and then if you do that, so you get an x. Okay, so that's why we are dividing by x at the bottom, and at the top it's gonna remain the same, and because it was positive, so we're going to multiply by square root of x, and for the negative infinity part, we're going to divide it by the negative term. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to solve this right now. So if we go ahead and solve it, so what do we get? So at the top, since we had, you see, wait, I'm gonna show it to you guys. So here we have like 2 square root of x, and then we're dividing by square root of x squared. So you see squared and squared, so we can pretty much go ahead and square the whole term all together. We don't have to like separately write it, so that's why I'm just gonna go ahead and make the whole big square for that. Okay, so then everything goes into the square root, so then we have x squared at the bottom, 1 over x squared, and then at the top we basically had 3x over x minus 5 over x. X squared cancels out, and here we're left with this, x and x cancels out. And so what are we left with? We're left with square root of 2 plus square root of 1 over x squared over negative 5 over x. Okay, and that is x approaches infinity. Okay, so now what do we have? 1 over infinity. We can replace this by 1 over infinity. So if you want, I can go ahead and write another step if that's easier for you guys. So square root of 2 plus 1 over infinity over negative 5 over infinity. I wrote 8 instead of infinity. So limit as x approaches infinity. Now we have 1 over infinity, that's going to be a 0, and now we are dividing a constant by an infinity, and every time we have a constant division by infinity, that is equals to 0 as well, according to the table that I've shown you. Okay, so now what are we left with? So we're only left with square root of 2. Square root of 2. But wait, I think, yeah, so here you see this x and x cancel out, but there was a 3 here which I forgot to write, so don't forget that. So here, if there's a 3 present over here, so then it's gonna come here as well. So then your answer is gonna be horizontal asymptote at y equals to 2 to the power of square root of 2 over 3, and vertical asymptote at x equals to 5 over 3. Now you need to find if the horizontal asymptote exists at the negative infinity as well. So now let's go ahead and approach the function as x approaches negative infinity. So I'm gonna just write the same exact function over here. So that was a square root of 2x squared plus 1 over 3x minus 5. Okay, so now what do we do? Like I said over here, so we're going to pretty much follow the same approach. But here, I told you guys for the negative, you see, since we're approaching x from negative infinity, so that would be the case of this one. But here, it's going to be negative x. So here, if we divide by negative 1 both sides, so what do we get? We get x equals to negative square root of x, right? So this is what we're going to use for the negative infinity part. So that means we are dividing this term by negative square root of x squared. And at the bottom, the x is just going to stay over there, okay? Because the x is this one, and the negative goes here. Okay, so I think it makes sense. For the positive infinity, you're going to divide the denominator by this one and the numerator by this one, and here for the negative infinity, you're going to
divide the denominator by this one and the numerator by this one. And important, the negative has to stay outside. Okay, so now if we go ahead and do that, I hope you guys can see the colors if it's not too bright. Okay, so let me change the pen. Let's move to white again. Okay, so if we go ahead and divide this, that's pretty much the same thing as the thing that we did, but here the negative is going to stay outside. Okay, so then here we have x squared plus. Okay, so now what we do is square root the whole thing, then we have x squared over here, and then at the bottom what do we have? We have again our x. Okay, so here the x squared cancels out, and again we're left with, so what are we left with? So here we're left with square root of 2 plus 1 over x squared. Over here again the 3 minus 5 over x. So if we go ahead and put the infinity over here, limit as x approaches infinity, so there was a negative in front. Okay, so then negative 2 over x plus 1 over infinity, 3 minus 5 over infinity, so that is 0, that is 0, and so now we're left with negative square root of 3. So that is pretty much your answer for the horizontal asymptote. So for your horizontal asymptote, you can say the horizontal asymptote exists at 2 points, so 2 over square root of 3 and negative 2 over 3 square root of 3, and the vertical asymptote we already listed it, that was 5 over 3. So that was it for today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'll do another problem over with the square root, so it's gonna make a little more sense, and then we'll move on to another chapter. And before we move on to another chapter, I'll basically go ahead and cover like a lot of problems, so like practice problems of everything that we have learned so far, so that it's easier for you guys to grasp all this knowledge.